If you're starting to notice these pesky lines on your neck, don't worry, you're not alone. Hi, my name is Dr. Jenny Liu. I'm a board-certified dermatologist and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today, we're talking about something that I see frequently in clinic, and that is fine lines, wrinkles on the neck, or even crepey neck, or some people like to call it tech neck. We're going to talk about why that happens, products to use at home to help address those concerns, as well as in-office procedures that can all together be really helpful in rejuvenating the skin on your neck. So if that sounds good to you, I would love it. You can give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. So when it comes to aging neck, the neck area does age just as fast, if not faster, than the rest of our face. In fact, it could be one area that often gives our age away. And the reason why, for a few, number one is just, I think traditionally, many of us don't have the habit of putting skincare on our neck. And, we are so good, obviously, about putting skincare and taking care of our face because often that is the first thing people see is your face. And with that, we've been so good about taking care of our face that there is this stark contrast between facial skin and neck skin. I mean, it could just be as simple as putting sunscreen on our neck, which many of us don't actually think about naturally. So the neck and the chest are actually two areas that I often see in women that tends to age just as fast, if not faster. And two, the skin on our neck is actually a little bit different than the rest of our face in the sense it actually doesn't have as much oil glands and the skin is thinner. So with that together, thinner skin and lack of oil glands, the neck tends to dry out more. And because of that, fine lines and wrinkles tend to show through more. And also on the same line, we have a harder time tolerating traditional anti-aging products like say retinol. I cannot actually use tretinoin and even some of the common retinol products on my neck because I break out eczema patches when I do. So it's a lot more sensitive. And because of that, the turnover is slower. And so the fine lines and wrinkles and crepiness tends to show through more readily. And then on top of that, if we don't put sunscreen on it regularly, the sun exposure causes collagen breakdown, hyperpigmentation, uneven skin tone and skin texture, and all of that contributes to the aging neck. And then on top of that, many of us, we have that tech neck. I mean, I am certainly guilty of that. Constantly on my phone, looking down on my phone, and over time, the muscles and just that notion creates fine lines that are edged into our neck, and that is why we give the name tech neck, because it's from technology-driven repetitive motion that creates fine lines and wrinkles on the neck. And so all of that, obviously our skin ages naturally, and then on top of that, skincare as well as lifestyle habits all contribute. But all of those reasons together really explains why the neck skin ages just as fast and if not faster than our facial skin. So with that, I do think it is very important to take care of our neck. And sometimes for certain people, like myself, it does require a different approach, especially if you do have super sensitive skin and cannot tolerate, traditional products over the counter that are designed for facial skin, like anti-aging products. Now, it could just be as simple as extending your anti-aging products that you use on your face down to your neck. And if you're a person that can do that and has tolerated, then definitely there's no need to add on additional skincare products. Now, what I'm about to share in this video today are really going to be helpful if you are like myself, cannot tolerate traditional anti-aging products for facial skin because you're super sensitive, or you do have a lot of concerns about fine lines, wrinkles, and crepiness on the neck. These products, as well as in-office procedures together, are going to be the most helpful in helping to rejuvenate the skin on your neck. So let's talk about, we're going to start with products first, and then a little bit later dive into the aesthetic procedures that can be helpful. Now, if you're young or just watching this video for pure interest and don't really have a lot of concerns, or even if you do, the two most important things I want to emphasize right now is that you can apply on your neck skin is just a moisturizer to keep your neck skin hydrated, moisturized, and healthy. And number two, you guys know probably what I'm going to say, sunscreen, sunscreen, sunscreen. Because so much of the aging is from sun exposure, the single most important thing you can do is prevention, and that is basically wearing sunscreen every single day. And like I said, just get in the habit of applying sunscreen every morning, not to just your face, but also with your neck, and then obviously extending the topic a little bit, the back of your hands, because the hand is actually another area which we can talk about in a future video if you guys are interested, that actually ages quite fast as well, and again, often neglected. And one last thing, I view neck creams similarly as eye creams in the sense they're really nice but not necessary, especially if you're young and don't have neck concerns. Where I find neck creams to be really helpful is number one, you actually do have crepiness, fine lines, and wrinkles, and two, you cannot tolerate traditional facial anti-aging products on your neck. So this is where the neck creams, because they are especially designed for the skin on the neck, are number one, going to be more helpful at targeting those concerns, but two, they're far less irritating, and that is why I choose to use them myself, because my neck skin is super sensitive. They're certainly on the pricier side, but for me, I find them to be worth every penny. So I'm going to share 3 neck creams as well as 1 device that I use regularly on my neck to keep my neck skin healthy and help to rejuvenate the skin on my neck area. So with these 3 creams, obviously I don't use them all at once. I like to rotate them throughout the year, just like I would with my facial products. So starting off with number 1 is Skinceuticals TriPeptide-R neck repair cream. This is a retinol plus peptide neck cream. I like it because it's gentle. It's actually one with retinol that I am able to tolerate. And if you guys know me, you know that I love peptides and retinol as like a great combination for anti-aging skin rejuvenation. And I really do love the texture of this neck cream. It is creamy and nourishing, but not heavy. And so it's really like my retinol night cream for my neck, and that's what I do. Basically, after cleansing at night, I would use this on my neck, and that's pretty much the only thing I would put on my neck. Ingredient wise, it contains 0.2% pure retinol, slow releasing, and like I said, this is one neck cream with retinol that I am able to tolerate without an issue. Traditional retinol for the face, that is where I actually find it to be quite irritating, but in a neck cream, I think the formulation does matter, and for me, like I said, I do not break out eczema patches when I use this product. That retinol plus 2.5% tripeptide concentrate together helps to support collagen, stimulate collagen, improve skin firmness, fine lines, wrinkles, and basically make the skin more rejuvenated and resilient. Also contains this 5% concentration of glycine complex. Glycine is essentially a compound that has anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial properties, and here it helps to do a couple things. Kind of make our skin a little more resilient, helps to repair itself a little bit better, helps to support our skin barrier function. It's also really cool that Skinceuticals actually conducted clinical studies. In 3 months with 20 participants, what they looked at is actually using this cream over 3 months and took skin biopsies of the neck before and then after 3 months of use. And it was shown under histology that there was actually improvement in type 1 as well as type 3 collagen with use of this neck cream. And not just collagen, but also glucosaminoglycans, which are basically the molecules in our skin that makes our skin more plump and basically provides that elasticity to the skin. And so it's really cool to see that they actually have clinical studies to support what this product is intended to do. So I love that. And if you're looking for like a retinol based neck cream for fine lines and wrinkles and crepiness, this is one I highly recommend. Another one of my all-time favorite neck creams that doesn't contain retinol, especially if like you're even more sensitive than I am to retinol, but works really well as stimulating collagen, helping with firming the neck, is from Alastin. Alastin Restorative Neck Complex. And this technology, I've mentioned it many times in my previous video, but basically Alastin has this tri-hex technology that's been shown under clinical studies with biopsies too, to basically go in and clean out all the like damaged collagen and elastin, which actually when they're damaged by sun or just with age, it kind of stays in our skin and basically is like garbage taking up space and leading to more like, you know, like loose skin, fine lines, and wrinkles. So this neck cream with the tri-hex technology of peptides goes in and clears out and basically gets rid of the garbage while at the same time stimulates our body's own collagen and elastin production, supporting collagen, elastin, improving fine lines, wrinkles, helping with crepiness, and improving the firmness of our neck skin. And this does not contain retinol. It contains the tri-hex technology I mentioned, along with oats that's soothing, as well as niacinamide, which has brightening, great skin barrier support, anti-aging benefit. I mean, niacinamide is just an all-star ingredient. Now, texture-wise, I find it to be less nourishing the Skinceuticals, it's actually a little bit more fast absorbing and more lightweight. So if you're not into like super thick nourishing neck creams, which the Skinceuticals one isn't, but I personally love more nourishing creams at night myself in general, on my face, on my body, everywhere. But if you really don't like that like thicker texture, this would be a great a second alternative, I should say. And this one, you can use it twice a day. I think with retinol, you want to be careful, but this neck cream, it can be used twice a day and definitely great as your like morning moisturizer too, with additional anti-aging benefits under sunscreen. Last neck cream that I am a big fan of is from Strivectin, their TL Advanced Tightening Neck Cream Plus. This is super duper rich and nourishing, even more so than Skinceuticals. But like I said, I'm a sucker for nourishing creams. And this one's really interesting because it is really meant for not only the neck area, but for the upper chest, the décolleté. Not that the other two you can't, and you definitely should put it on your upper neck. But this cream, when they make that claim, it's with the assumption that they actually have tested it clinically and have the cream applied on the upper chest area to kind of have that claim. And so certainly, I think you should with all neck products extend it down to your upper chest, but this one in particular has been shown to not only improve the skin on the neck, but also the décolleté area. So it helps to improve the firmness, the crepiness, improve fine lines, wrinkles, but also in the same time improve like the texture and tone, the dark spots that we get basically as cumulative sun damage occurs, as well as just the natural aging of our skin. And so ingredient wise, it has this patented alpha-3 peptide that is exclusive to Strivectin that helps to support the collagen, firm our skin. It also contains hyaluronic acid that helps to plump, making the skin look more soft and smooth looking. In addition, also contains plant-derived bioactives from, like example, bearberry and clary sage extracts, as well as spilenthol, all bioactives that are essentially helping to support the peptide in improving skin texture, skin tone, firmness, as well as visibly brightening the skin, improving like hyperpigmentation from cumulative sun damage. This, like I said, is a pretty rich cream, and I personally find it to be the most beneficial, at least for my routine, to just use it in the evening. But certainly you can and should use it twice a day if you like that creamy, rich texture under sunscreen in the morning. Product number 4 is a device and not a skincare product per se, and it is an LED mask. Now, if you follow me on social media, you have definitely seen me talk about this and wear this, and I've been using this device for over a good year now, and I recommend the one from Omnilux, and it's the contour neck and décolleté mask that I wear regularly when I put on my facial LED mask. Recommending this for a few reasons. Number one, if you are someone who has consistently used anti-aging products and want more results, this is like one that you can elevate your routine to the next level. It is really not a replacement for your skincare, but definitely can elevate your skincare. Or say if you're someone who really want more results, but not getting it with skincare alone, but not quite ready for like aesthetic and office procedures, this mask may provide additional benefits. Or lastly, if you do use neck products and also get in-office procedures but want to prolong the results, I think the benefits of this mask can offer that. Now, it is definitely a commitment, not just of your wallet, but also time dedication. When I started this over a year ago, I really didn't see true results until I consistently dedicated basically 10 minutes 3 times a week for a good 3 months. And the place that I noticed the most was actually my neck. I actually have a dedicated video on LED devices or devices that I use that I find to be helpful, and I'll make sure to link that video in the description box below. But yes, you definitely want to be consistent and you want to be dedicated. It is not something that gives you instant gratification. After you see the results, now I basically use it like once or twice a week when I remember, and I put on the neck mask when I do my face. Essentially what you do is you wash your face, don't put on any skincare products on dry and clean skin. I will put on the mask and the neck and upper chest mask, so 2 masks and 2 pieces, and basically wear for about 10 minutes. It shuts off automatically, and I do this once or twice a week for maintenance. For the treatment session, essentially it's about 3 months. You definitely need to do more of it. It's about 3 to 5 times a week. So definitely worth it if you're ready to kind of take your skincare further your anti-aging approach to the next level, because it is definitely also a commitment time-wise and also of budget. Now, reason why I recommend Omnilux is because number one, they actually create medical devices for in-office use, so they have a good reputation. Their devices actually have the most number of studies, I believe like 40 clinical studies. And also when it comes to LED masks, they're not all the same because the wavelength and the energy matters as like for the results. And with the one that's anti-aging from Omnilux, the one that's in the neck and upper chest mask, it is red and infrared light, and those are the two wavelengths that really helps with collagen, skin forming, helping with skin texture and skin tone. And I really love the fact that masks, they're flexible, they're easy to put on, you treat your neck and chest at the same time. It also comes with a charger, it's mobile, you can walk around, you can do stuff, you can watch TV, you're not tied to an outlet. So highly recommend for those who are ready basically to take their anti-aging routine to the next level. Okay, now let's talk about the aesthetic procedures. And I'll be honest, if you have true crepey tech neck, it is very hard to achieve the good results with just home skincare products and devices. I mean, if you have mild, definitely, start with that. But for people that do have advanced like sagging neck, crepiness, it's really hard to just get those results with skincare. You definitely need to combine it with the right cosmetic procedure. And again, it's very hard to provide personalized consultation on YouTube, but I'm gonna go over quickly the common procedures that are performed that can be helpful for crepey neck. But ultimately, what works best for you depends on number one, your budget, your skin tone, the degree of crepiness, wrinkles, fine lines. And so all of that does matter as far as like what is the best procedure for your skin. Starting off with number one, Ultherapy or Ulthera. You probably have heard of this. This is a super popular non-invasive treatment that is FDA cleared, and FDA cleared just means that FDA deems it safe as a non-invasive way to kind of like tighten and lift the skin in various different areas, face, neck, as well as body. And the benefit of this, it is non-invasive, there's no cutting, and the downtime is quite low, and it does deliver fairly decent results quickly, especially for those that don't have a really loose sagging neck, kind of those who are in their like 30s, 40s, and 50s that have mild crepiness and just need a little bit of lift, if that makes sense. This uses ultrasound energy to basically kind of simplify thinking of using the energy and delivering it to the skin and stimulating fibroblasts to create collagen and doing all that goodness and thereby tightening the skin. And overall, because it's non-invasive, it's quick to do and there's not a lot of like risks. Of course, with all of these procedures, the most important thing is finding a provider that is experienced, especially experienced in performing the procedure in your skin tone to minimize results. But it's not like laser where for darker skin tone, depending on the laser, it can cause quite a bit of discoloration. For the majority of therapy can be used on pretty much all skin tones. And as far as like the side effects, it's maybe a little bit of redness, swelling, bruising, maybe some tingling, numbness, but overall, very rare to have like nerve damage or any of the serious side effects. And it is something like with almost the rest of the treatments we're going to talk about later, it does require a few sessions, but it does deliver results quickly, especially if you just need a little bit of lift and have mild sagging and crepiness. Two is Botox. You probably have seen people getting Botox injected into their neck. Some people will even get it in kind of their jawline. They call it the Nefertiti neck lift. All of that really happens when over time you have really strong, basically platysmal band that basically when you contract your neck, you can see. And for some people, it's very pronounced. And that really pulls on the neck, creating kind of these deep etched in wrinkles. So by relaxing the neck muscle, you help to improve those deep wrinkles. At the same time, when you kind of inject the Botox around the jawline, it kind of lifts the jawline up a little bit and even helps to define your jawline, which often becomes less defined with age. And Botox, is one that is, again, in the in the hands of an experienced injector can do a lot of great things with Botox. And this one, aside from like a little bit of pain and bruising and redness, overall it's fairly low risk, especially done on the neck area. And often when it is done, it's often dilute, and you kind of do lots of pokes down the neck to help provide those benefits. You know, I'm not going to talk about fillers as much because actually I do not like to personally fill the neck. Sculptra is a biostimulator that I actually think can offer some great results in the neck area. So Sculptra is made of poly-L-lactic acid. It basically, when it's injected into your skin, it helps to stimulate our body's fibroblasts to create more collagen. Certainly, it is really just FDA approved to use on the face, and a lot of people will use it off-label to inject the neck to help with neck rejuvenation. Again, with a Sculptra, depending on the degree of crepiness and wrinkles, you may need like one treatment, often 1 to 2 vials, or multiple treatments over the course of like 5 to 6 months. And again, the results, because you're relying on your body's own production of collagen, will take time. But that is something else that can be done, kind of similar to Ultherapy, to basically help with natural rejuvenation, boosting collagen, thereby helping to firm the skin, reducing the appearance of crepiness, fine lines, and wrinkles. The last two are resurfacing treatments, are some of my personal favorites to do in general for skin rejuvenation. And that is microneedling and fractionated laser. When it comes to fractionated laser, there is ablative and non-ablative. The dual fraxel that's non-ablative is probably the most popular, and because it's low downtime, it can deliver great results and a little bit of a more instant gratification. And I do talk about kind of the differences behind the science for these two, and my most recent Fraxel video where I actually underwent dual fraxel treatment myself, and I kind of share my experience. So I'll link that below if you're interested to learn more. But essentially, whether it's microneedling or fractionated laser, the concept is similar. It's just one is using needle or using radio frequency, microneedling, versus like laser is using like light energy. But basically what it's doing is that it is creating micro zones of injury, not big enough to create scarring, but just big enough to stimulate wound healing and inflammation. And with all of that, you're getting platelet-rich plasma, lots of nutrients, lots of fibroblast stimulation, and basically stimulating your body to basically create collagen, improving fine lines, wrinkles, improving skin texture, and over time lifting and tightening the skin. And this one, it does require multiple sessions, usually about 3 to 5. They're typically done about a month apart, and then I do feel the true results come like 3, 6, or even 9 to 12 months after your treatment session to really see. And microneedling and Fraxel are great not just for neck tightening or improving crepey neck, but also for like wrinkles on the face, fine lines, even acne scars. So there are a lot of great uses, and I really love microneedling because it can be done safely in all skin tones depending on the device, and also it's fairly low downtime. Like many people can go back to work the same day or the next day, and it's fairly well tolerated. And the other benefit of these treatments is, especially for microneedling, it kind of creates channel in your skin where whatever you put on afterwards can really enhance the penetration, like especially in the setting of helping with hyperpigmentation. It can be really helpful to enhance the penetration of your brightening products, for example. So anyways, this is really, these two are actually one of my personal favorites. And also I really love Sculptra too, but I just find that it's really nice to do, really easy to do. And when I'm doing it, I am basically extending that facial treatment down to the neck, which is easily done. And like I said, with numbing cream, it is very well tolerated. Again, this video is not meant to kind of go into detail all these procedures. I'm just glancing through them because aesthetics is so personal. It really depends on so many things to find the right treatment for you. And so having an understanding of just what's out there, which is really the extent of this video, but the most important thing is for you to find a provider that is experienced, whom you trust, to have a consultation with that provider to really find the best treatment or treatments for your crepey or for your neck concern. And I'll be honest, there isn't really one best treatment because I get asked all the time. It is often a combination of treatments, and often it does require like more than just one type of treatment. Like sometimes you need Botox as well as Sculptra, maybe a little bit of microneedling. They may not always be done the same day, and often they're not, but when it's done together as a whole comprehensive skin rejuvenation treatment package, this is where you're really going to get the most out of these treatments. And then obviously continuing the good skincare at home. Alright guys, so that is it on crepey neck, tech neck. Let me know if you have any questions below, or if you have had any of these treatments yourself. Tell me your experience. I would love to hear about it. Or what other topics do you want me to talk about next? Please leave them in the comments below. Again, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.